This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Welcome to Henshin Inspection. Visit mjmunoz.com/hi for notes and links, and don't forget to subscribe. Like, share, and comment to help me grow. This is an introductory episode, one of 3 or 4, where I'm going to be talking about who I am. Next will be what is Tokusatsu, and maybe the next one will be why. So, as I said in my formulaic intro thing that I do, I am an artist, an analyzer, and an author, and I am just a simple guy who is very interested in a lot of things. I can't seem to stop myself from starting new projects, starting new things. Henshin Inspection is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time. Henshin Inspection is the form or the evolution or the transformation of MJ Loves Toku, which I started over a year ago now, and I really had a lot of ambitions for it, and I found that I was so unfocused with it that I eventually had to and other things happened, and I had to take a break, and I decided that because I really do want to examine all Henshin Heroes, that I should just create a separate platform for that. And most of what I had been doing was just talking about Kamen Rider, various episodes of Kamen Rider, and now that Kamen Rider, the original, is fully available and Kuga is fully available, those are things that I would like to get to as well. But I am interested in the Henshin Hero genre as a whole, and I really want to examine it and think about it and kind of mull it over and figure out why it is that it means so much to me. And that's what I plan to do with Henshin Inspection. And how this relates to who I am is I'm the kind of guy that can't help but think about that kind of thing. It just, or you don't know, but I have been into Tokusatsu for 11 years, I guess more if you count Power Rangers, because I liked that as a kid. I was like 5 when the original Power Rangers season came out, so that was pretty cool. And I remember vividly seeing Dex and watching Masked Rider for a little while and just thinking how cool the Masked Rider was. And then about 11 years ago, right before my first kid was born, I encountered Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, and I watched that. I found out about the original Kamen Rider and get subs, and Kamen Rider Black as well. And I started doing all this research and finding all these things, and I watched all of Dragon Knight. I watched Black. I watched. I actually sampled Forze too, I think, and I liked it enough that I went ahead and I kind of marathon Black and a little bit of 71, and I watched that for a while until I ran out of subs that were available for me to watch, and it really captured me. I mean, Dragon Knight was cool. I liked not necessarily. Well, I did like the tone of the show. I like Dragon Knight on its own. There are some people I know who are very critical of Dragon Knight and say it's a terrible show. I disagree. I liked it a lot. I found it very engaging. I watched the entire thing just once, and then I had a huge buffet of other Kamen Rider to check out, and I went ahead and did that, and I stuck around and I did different permutations of my show, or of me talking about Kamen Rider for a while, until I finally settled on starting MJ Loves Toku about a year ago, year and a half maybe. And it's just Kamen Rider hooks me. There's something special about it. I like it more than Super Sentai, although I do like Super Sentai. I always strayed away from Ultraman, but I have tried that. I've dabbled with that, and I like it. But I don't want to just limit myself to Kamen Rider, which is why, I mean, even though I do love it, but I've seen a lot of it. I've seen Double and everything post Double. I've seen just about everything post Double. I don't think I skipped out on Zeo though, because I just wasn't interested. And I haven't delved too much into the pre-Double, or decade and before him, Kuga to Decade era of Kamen Rider. Something I mean to get around to, but time is precious, and I'm trying to focus on writing and designing characters for comics that I want to write, and other stories I want to do. But yeah, I'm mainly a writer as far as like what I do and career-wise. I'm an aspiring author. I've written some things, and Tokusatsu has informed some of my stuff. I wrote, maybe I'll throw it up somewhere. I wrote Kamen Rider Pez. It's, I would say, less a fanfic and more a original. I guess, I don't know, how do people define fanfic? Because I'm using all original characters, a character based on me, and that person becoming a Kamen Rider, and there's a whole plot, and it references the original Kamen Rider, it references the Great Leader, stuff like that, but they're just light references. It's not like I didn't self-insert myself as, what is it, a Gary Stew? I'm actually, the main character is a real jerk, and has like a redemption arc, and he's almost a villain. He's like kind of an unintentional villain, which is kind of mirroring the same Shocker thing, but just bringing it to a more modern kind of appeal, I guess. Anyway, I don't know how good it is, but like I said, I'm a writer, and I'm going to continue to do that. I love comics and Tokusatsu itself. I don't think, like, I would love to be somebody who ends up having the clout and the creative skill, I guess, to wield to make my own original, like, American Tokusatsu inspired series or something, whether that's a comic book or live action or whatever. I would love to do live action. That'd be so great. And to be a creative force behind that. But, who knows? Who knows if that'll ever happen? But anyway, yeah, that's, I hope that gives you a pretty good picture of who I am. I've done this intro of who I am like 4 or 5 times now, and either the audio quality is always bad, or I don't know what. But basically, I'm kind of a guerrilla podcaster, or whatever you want to call this. I do it wherever I can, whenever I can. My car is pretty good, but I got to find shade because I'm in SoCal and it's super hot almost all year long. Like, it's winter now and it's hot today as I record this. It was windy, and now it's hot. Anyway, and I just try my best. I'll go home and record in a closet. I've got a bunch of kids and my wife, and they all need time with me, and I need time with them. And I just fit what I can in where I can, and I always give my best, but I'm not one of these people who can do 3-hour long things or anything like that. So you can expect shorter stuff from me. I like the idea of keeping stuff to like 10 minutes long, but often I'll go 30 minutes or so. And I'm very much flying by the seat of my pants and figuring out how I'm going to execute each episode of Henshin Inspection as I go along. But it's something I'm committed to doing long term, and I hope you'll stick around and check out Henshin Inspection. And I would love people's commentary as well as I delve into what makes Henshin Heroes tick and what they're all about and why they're so special to people. I'd love to hear. I know why they're special to me, and that's something I've kind of been thinking about, and thinking out loud and developing what it is exactly that they mean to me. And I'm going to share that with you pretty soon. But I'd love to hear people's thoughts. And like there's 1 or 2 Kamen Rider shows that I reject because I don't believe they have the spirit of Kamen Rider, and therefore they're not real Henshin Heroes. And we could talk about that later, my hot takes on those shows. But that's not something I want to get into. I want to focus on like what underlies it, and what it underlies not just Kamen Rider, but Super Sentai and Ultraman and Garo and all the rest. I guess Ultraman's a Henshin hero, right? I mean, he has to be, right? Come on. Anyway, that's the kind of thing I want to discuss too. What is a Henshin hero, and different things like that. So anyway, I hope you stick around for the next one, and I look forward to hearing comments. And I would really love this to be a thing that I can keep going for a long time, and just kind of build up for myself, what is a Henshin hero, and focus on that idea, and expound upon it as time goes on. So anyway, all the standard stuff. You can find the links to this at mgwinners.com/hi. There will be links for you to subscribe via an RSS, to the video feed, to all the different stuff. So I invite you to do that. And like I said, I'd love to hear feedback from you. And I look forward to putting out another one of these pretty soon.